Move into physical movement, moving towards your vision as it comes, the attraction of emotions and movement. Once you have launched your desire, you may then transfer that energy that you've created in your mind to your physical body.
You can't control what happens after you throw the ball. You can only control what happens before you do it.
Do not move your physical body without visualizing what you want first. I would recommend that you don't move anywhere until you have a pretty clear understanding of where you want to go.
My freshman year was tough because I went into my preseason out of shape. I had a strong spring, but then as summer went on, I kind of got lazy and didn't do because every summer they give you your workouts to do on your own to make sure you don't do what I do, coming out of shape. So that was tough for me because when you come out of shape as an athlete, you don't work hard in your off season. You, in essence, are letting down your teammates. So I let down my teammates that year, and I didn't come in shape. And talent-wise, I still, had great players around me. Obviously, I was a freshman. I was actually national freshman year, but I was always doing extra conditioning because I was out of shape, or extra workouts. I didn't make my 2-mile time, so I had to get up at 6 a.m. until I made that. So that year was pivotal for me because it just taught me never to get out of game shape. And I mean, that's why I opened my business. It's called Game Shape because of that, because that was that made such an impression on me.
Over time, as you begin to understand more about what you want, your physical body will start performing those actions that your mind has already conceived.
If you see something enough times, you get it in your head, it's just a matter of translating that from your mind to your muscles.
Our best players on our team were the hardest workers on our team. So I would leave practice, Jennifer and Sonia, they were there shooting threes or working on their ball handling. I would get to practice, Jennifer and Sonia were already there working on their threes and working on their ball handling. And they were the best players on our team. They were the fastest runners on the track. They were lifting the heaviest in the weight room. So that was they were my role models. And I was like, well, shoot, if I'm going to be the best player on the team, I guess I better be the hardest worker on the team. So it was a no-brainer.
My son played 90 games one year. 90 at 13. That's insane.
Right.
It's torturous on them. And what I watched was a team that went out every weekend, played 4 or 5 games, continued to have little problems here and there that always surfaced, the same mistakes being made, and that's the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity in my mind is doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
Right.
What happened to the coaches who said, wait, stop, time out. Let's go have some practices and fix the mistake that you have in your fundamentals. You have a glaring error. I know it. You should know it. Let's work on that. That's what you're talking about. You're saying, essentially, and I think we say as coaches, you've got to be prepared first.
I mean, I had a coach tell me, sit me down and held a 15-pound dumbbell next to me and said, you're running around 15 pounds. You need to come back season in shape. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back next season in shape.
You don't necessarily have to know everything about your desire, but you can take the next feel-good thought and focus on that.